History sometimes has a way of leaving out entire races of people from the books. All of their accomplishments and contributions to society are often deprioritized over the impressive accomplishments of the Western world. The Moors are the perfect example of this. So who were the Moors? Where were they from? And why should we remember them? The word Moor comes from the Latin term Mauri, given by the Romans to the Berber people of northern Africa, which was then known as Mauritania. Variations of the Latin word are still used today, as in moreno, meaning dark complexion in Spanish. In the Philippines, a former Spanish colony, many modern Filipinos call the large, local Muslim minority concentrated in Mindanao and other southern islands Moros. Although the history of the Moors is a controversial topic among people, it's fairly well known by historians that the Moors were actually synonymous with the Berber people located in North Africa during the Middle Ages. The Moors weren't a self-defined people, meaning they didn't refer to themselves as Moors. Instead, the word was used more as a derogatory term by Europeans. It's important to note that the Berbers were indigenous to the region and predate any Arab or European occupation. Then comes the argument of their skin tone. Why weren't they black? Well, they were black, but that doesn't mean they were 100% Negroid in genetic makeup. You have to remember that Africa spans over 6,000 miles from north to south. Genetic diversity has to be taken into account. The Moors that we know of today are the people that ruled Spain for over 700 years, from the year 700 to 1492, and made considerable advancements in art, architecture, education, and commerce. While London was still a village without a single street lamp, Cordova had a population of over 500,000 people living in over 100,000 homes. There were 700 mosques, 300 public baths, and 21 suburbs. The streets were paved and lit. The homes had marble balconies for summer and hot air ducts under the mosaic floors for winter. They were adorned with gardens and artificial fountains and orchards. Paper, a material still unknown in the rest of Europe, was everywhere. One of the most notable achievements of the Moors was the learning they brought to Spain that would eventually influence Europe, which was then in the Dark and early Middle Ages, into the very well-known Renaissance period. In the 10th and 11th centuries, public libraries in Europe were non-existent, while Moorish Spain had over 70. The Moors also founded 17 new universities, and historians speculate that it even sparked the formation of Oxford University. In 1105, when Christians arrived in Toledo, Spain, they were greeted with these universities and libraries filled with manuscripts of Greek and Roman knowledge lost to the Europeans, along with Arab mathematical and philosophical texts. The Europeans were dazzled by what they found and soon began flocking like moths to a light bulb, and they immediately set up a translating program in Toledo to translate the works into Latin. Other notable achievements made by the Moors include the trend of changing clothes according to the weather and season, and wearing different clothes in mornings, afternoons, and evenings. A scientist and poet named Ziryab also invented a type of deodorant to get rid of bad odors and promoted morning and evening baths, all of which were unheard of concepts in the rest of Europe. The Moors also made considerable contributions to architecture. The best surviving examples are La Mezquita in Cordoba and the Alhambra Palace in Granada, as well as the Giralda in Seville. This highly sophisticated society lived with incredible tolerance of other faiths. Thousands of Jews and Christians lived peacefully under the Muslim rule, and this socio-economic prosperity was unparalleled for centuries. The Berber people are still around today, living in the arid lands of northern Africa as they have for thousands of years, perhaps unaware of the great advancements their people have brought to the world. If you like these kind of videos, make sure you subscribe so you know as soon as a new one gets uploaded. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and comment what topics you'd like to see future videos on. Thanks for watching.